My name is Briston Harris. I am 12 years old and I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
When he was like 1, they diagnosed him with ASD, which is atrial septal defect, which means in short terms, hole in your heart.
At first, very apprehensive, not knowing what to expect, and then being there and realizing that, this is a place of support for my little brother, and showing him that, times will get better.
Life is so busy, and everybody's usually here and there, at least with one of the Kid Again events. We do it all together.
We all have like really busy, hectic schedules, and it kind of requires all of us to come together in a time that's not of crisis, not of something bad. It has us come together for something beautiful.
Just being with the faculty and, the staff of a Kid Again and meeting the people just makes you feel like you belong with something, and they're very loving and they care for like everyone that's in the program, and it makes you feel good.
Good Saturday morning, everyone. I am Sean Yoder. I'm joined in the booth today by the lovely Tatiana Noel. Tatiana, welcome back. We're here for Mario Fiesta Cup event for this month. Things are absolutely crazy right now. We've got some folks already on the track racing this morning, and we have about 2 hours worth of Mario Kart 8 action to bring to you folks this morning. As always, that's brought to you by Equity Prime Mortgage. They are empowering people more. If you need a mortgage solution, if you're looking for something, you can check them out at epm.net. Jump in and let them know that we sent you their way. I'm going to get that right eventually. And today we are as always racing with a Kid Again. Kid Again's absolutely an amazing place. They take care of kids and families and give them a really good day or couple days to just sort of disconnect from whatever it is that is the life-altering event that's affecting them. You can check a Kid Again out if you are so inclined to help them out in their mission to help these children and these families. There are plenty of places where you can donate, and we'll get into that a little bit later in the broadcast. Right now, I'm going to turn it over to Tatiana and just say welcome back to another Mario Kart event. And how you feeling today, Tati? Are you ready to go for this thing?
I definitely am. I've been telling people all morning I get to commentate on Mario Kart again. I did it back in April. It was a good time. I remember us having a lot of laughs, and I remember the aim being a thing for me. It was like, how do people throw the shell and actually hit someone? Because I'm really bad at Mario Kart because I can't hit anyone with anything I throw.
It's almost like they have heat seekers or something like that. Like
right?
I don't really understand how they do it either. They line up and let whatever it is fly that they're going to let fly, and they seem to always be on target, or at least a very high percentage of the time they're on target.
Very rarely do they miss the mark.
Yeah, for me, it's literally I feel like I'm throwing with the wrong hand. I'm throwing with my right hand instead of my left, and it's just going wherever it wants to go. Like I have no, there's just like no target. I have no aiming device basically. And
maybe it's the controller. Maybe because I was trying with my Joy-Cons. I didn't try with my controller.
All I got is this. I don't know. Maybe are there better controllers? I don't know. I need to dig a little deeper into.
Yeah. So you have
into the Switch side of things.
I wish I had it here, but you have one that's more of a traditional style controller that you can use.
Okay.
That makes it easier for fighter games and stuff like that.
Oh, well, I have you can pull these off the side, and then
there's
I
a
have
little holder, right?
A little holder thing that they slide in. It kind of feels
close enough.
It kind of but if your Xbox or PlayStation controller is like this, the Switch controller is kind of like that.
Right.
It's
right.
closer together. It feels a little weird I have fat finger disease.
Hey, same. I have big hands, and so for me, the more traditional gamepad controller, it's more ergonomic. It feels like an Xbox controller, Xbox 360. Like the smaller but nice ergonomic feeling controller. Try that.
I need to check that
try it
out.
now.
And I'm gonna go ahead and just comment, because we're gonna get into this a lot while watching these races today. One of the things that truly blows my mind when we do these Mario Kart events is the overwhelming precision that the kids and the adults have, and a couple of the kids actually run with the adults and run well and run up front. And the amount of precision and situational awareness and all of the things that we would normally be talking about when we're broadcasting an Alpha or a Mega Cup event with iRacing or Gran Turismo or any other more traditional motorsport event come into play in Mario Kart in ways that, unless you watch this or play it yourself, which I highly recommend, you wouldn't understand. Like it's not, it's a game, sure, it's a game, but the skill set is actually really, there's a lot of parallels between what's going on here. And it sounds crazy coming out of my mouth because I've been racing for 47 years. It's really hard for me to say that. But there are a lot of parallels between this and serious motorsport.
Yes.
In the situational awareness department and the precision department especially. And I'm going to even throw in racecraft, because the strategies that are involved in actually running up front are unbelievably overwhelming. And I believe
you still have to be able to make a pass. You still got to be able to defend.
You got to be able to make a pass. You have to be able to defend. You have to be able to actually set that pass up or that defense up. You have to know what's getting ready to happen to you. Like right there, we're on board right now with Matt, and Matt has absolutely destroyed this tournament so many times so far. The young man is a phenom, and he had the presence of mind to know that he was about ready to get squidded there, and somehow got out from underneath that squid. He knows exactly where he's going to put the cart, wherever, he puts it exactly where it needs to be to pick up the speed boosts and take advantage of the shortcuts. That's another thing. The shortcuts are overwhelmingly
there's one right there.
ridiculous. That is insane.
There's one right
How
there. That one's
and he got hit. He got hit.
See that one coming. But he's still so far ahead. And I noticed, he's looking backwards, so he's aware of like his who's coming up behind, and like you said, he knew he was getting squidded. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Just ridiculous. I don't know, the way that these folks race are just, it's mind blowing to me. And I see we have some Canadians in the queue today. We've got some folks from a foreign land in the queue today. That's awesome to see. It's great to see that we have people racing with us from all over the world. And I know in our Alpha Cup events, that is truly an international event. And we really want to grow the Mario side of this into something that is global. We've had folks from literally all over the world racing with us in Gran Turismo, and just love to see the community grow and grow and grow. So,
well, it starts next door. So now we have people from the frigid tundra of Canada. Next is, I don't know, Mexico, Russia. Because you can see Russia from Alaska.
It's very true. They're
an old joke.
They're right across the way, aren't they?
Right,
you can almost throw a rock and hit each other.
You can see it from your backyard.
All right, fourth race. So we're about halfway through here. This is crazy. We've got the fourth race underway in the kids event here. Coming up right after this, we roll right into the adult event. Some prizes on the line, which Matt has actually taken way more than his share of those prizes up to this stage. He has won so many of these events so far. I don't think he's undefeated, but he's on a streak of podiums for sure.
I forgot about this track with the traffic. Oh, well, shouldn't have mentioned it. No, that was on its way to happening before I said anything. I do not take blame.
You think so?
I do not take blame.
Well, I mean, if we as commentators had to take blame for every time we were talking about something and then something bad happened, then we'd all be in jail.
They just wouldn't allow race commentary anymore. It'd be like, you had
Right.
to be there. There's no more races on TV because as soon as you start talking about us, we mess up.
Yeah, it gets a little crazy a little fast. Just to let folks know, we actually this is not just a for fun event. We actually have some prizes on the line. The young men and women that are racing with us here today, the top 3 will bring home some prizes. Third place gets a Super Mario hat. Second place gets a Hot Wheels Mario Kart Circuit Light track set. First place gets a Mario Kart Live Home Circuit. And if you're into Mario Kart, I am 100% sure you know what that is. If you are not into Mario Kart, the Live Home Circuit is one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my entire life. It is literally an RC Mario it's Mario or Luigi in a kart. It's RC. It's controlled by your Switch controller, and you set up gates in your home or shop or garage or wherever you want to set the gates up, and you can literally control this thing and run it FPV, where you are seeing what the cart is driving through on your TV screen or your Switch screen, and it's one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life.
Matt is getting destroyed out here by someone. They keep hitting him with the shrunken and the squidding combo. It's awful.
The drive-by squid, man. I think the squid is like, it's a penalty, but it's not quite a penalty. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have the track memorized, you can see enough of the screen to where it's not that big a deal. If you're like me, it's a big deal because I don't have the tracks completely committed to memory at this stage.
Right. He somehow still eked out second place there.
That's because he's not human.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. You were talking about the Mario. It just, I kept seeing the same combo, and I'm like, wow, somebody is really just getting them with this combo.
Yeah, Matt is absolutely 100% not a human being. He's an alien, for sure.
Clearly, because I can't even beat the AI.
I have a hard time with the AI, but these folks have literally, like, everyone that's racing with us has put in their 10,000 hours.
Right.
Without
I haven't
a doubt.
put in my 10,000 hours.
I have not even put in 1,000 hours.
Yeah.
And that sounds weird because, I mean, I've played Mario quite a bit. When I was younger, I played it a lot.
Of course.
But
I
it's
think
gotten
even when
so... Go ahead.
ahead.
No.
I was going to say, just even when I was younger, I maybe put 100 hours, maybe 500 on Super Nintendo.
That's I mean, it's still a lot, but I mean, the way that these folks race, it's a different level. It's just a different level, and it's really impressive.
Ooh, with the boost.
The little hops and the boosts and the drifts, and you got to drift or you're not going as fast as you can, which is counterintuitive to those of us who race.
Yes.
It's like, yeah, drifting is fun, but it's not fast. Was it the Top Gear had a quote or something about sideways and smiling or something like that? Sideways and what? They had a quote that had something to do with your drifting and your sideways, and you might not be winning, but you're sideways and smiling or something. And yeah, drifting is fun, man. It is a good time, and the car control that it takes is pretty unbelievable.
Especially to drift at a high level. For sure. Be able to link stuff. I will be the first to admit that I can't drift. I do intend to learn one day, for real. But I'm bad at it. I need to spend some time at a skid pad.
Yeah, I've done some events for manufacturers that are thrill ride events, and basically going out and melting tires. But it's not, the thrill ride events are not on the level of, a Formula D event or anything like that. It's literally like you're in stock cars on stock tires, you don't have the steering angle that you really need in order to truly get the job done.
You mean you're not doing reverse entries?
No, not on purpose.
Uh,
Not on purpose, but
No.
I did a couple weeks back. There were some folks that were in town at the Midpoint. Amazing little track that has become known all over the country for drifting, and we've got people traveling from all over the country down here to Alabama to drift at Midpoint. It's pretty epic. And this group
At
was
where?
in town, and it's called Midpond.
oh, okay. Never heard of it.
Yeah,
Nice.
we had a group come down. Some were from Carolina, some from up in New York, and I just happened to stop by just to talk to the owner of the track. Ken and I had been friends for a while, and I just wanted to say hi. I didn't even know anything was going on, and ended up hanging out with these folks and getting sideways all day.
Nice.
And it was amazing. One of them was even kind enough to let me drive this car, and I have never driven a drift
A bona fide
car.
drift car.
Yeah, a drift like something that's like properly set up to get sideways and stay there with a an angle kit on the steering and all that good stuff. And
Right.
I would be lying if I said I just went out and just linked the whole track. But no, I did not. But I did link.
First
I
time.
linked the series of corners that it was mind blowing. It was absolutely mind blowing, and I was like, oh yeah, I gotta do. And there's Matt right there. Matt gets into it.
Yeah. The hat.
That's-
He just won that race. Got the crown.
Matt's got the mushroom hat on, got the crown on in game.
Serious face.
Always has a serious face.
Game
Always
face.
has. Let me see if I can get. It's not pulling standings on my Switch for some reason. I don't know why it's not pulling up standings on my Switch right now. I was going to try to give you a rundown.
Looks like we got it popping up on the screen here. Doesn't
All right,
seem to be
Matt
any
with
sort of order.
57. There's a shocker.
Yeah. What
Matt
order
looks
was
like
that
he's
in?
out in the lead. I don't know. It just kind of like threw him in there, didn't it?
It just did. I was like, it's not alphabetical. It's not by points. Oh
It's by-
no!
It's
That's
by
right.
figure it out on your own.
Yep. It's by memorize the numbers and put them in order. Everything's a puzzle. How does Matt get? Was that like a false start or something, and he still jumps up to second? Was that what that was? Because I promise
don't-
everyone took off and he was still sitting on the line.
I don't think you can false start. Like you can't move until it actually goes green.
Maybe
So-
my eyes are playing tricks on me because I swear everyone took off and Matt was stuck on the line for a moment. But
He's-
we can't
you
go
think
back.
he
There are
was-
no
he
replays in Mario Kart.
Matt was just trying to give some folks a chance.
It looked like maybe he got his boost wrong. Isn't there like when you try to
That's-
get the boost off the line, if you get it wrong,
I think that's possible.
yeah,
I do think that's possible.
it freezes you.
Yeah. If you're trying to maximize your launch, I think you can get it wrong and it'll,
Right.
it'll
Or
pause you for
something
a
to that
second.
effect. Exactly. And I think that's what happened to him. But then he still
Oh,
jumped up in a second. Now he's in first. Just got chomped. Still in first. Can't even see the next person back there. He's just out of here. Look at him just hugging the inside of these turns. Drifting. Don't get chomped again.
got the serious game face on.
Oh yeah.
Did he get hit?
I think he did. I think he did. He's got someone on his tail looking at the map. I don't know how. Yeah, they're kind of close. They're in the same corner.
Somehow got hit twice, somehow held on to the lead. I don't know whether that was he got hit and he hit back at
Maybe.
the same time.
Maybe, because it doesn't seem like whoever was riding with him on the map there is no longer with him.
Now we got Mini Matt.
Mini Matt going for
Mini
it.
Matt drifting the inside.
Still holding it. Looking for a bonus.
We need Mario Kart Formula D version
Just kart drifting.
or D1 Mario Kart D1.
You know what? Me and drifting, I'm gonna be the old humbug person. I gotta say, as a fan of classic BMWs, I'm low key upset that drifting got hot here. Because it's like the
Because-
Honda boys discovered rear wheel drive, and now
And everyone is taking your E36s and E46s.
all of them, they're bashed. I mean, it's the 240SX or the 240Z all over again. It's no, it is SX, right? The Nissan 240SX, whatever. Remember when you used to find clean ones all the time?
I do.
Remember that? There was
Yeah.
one. I lived in Sacramento. I lived in this apartment from 2012 to 2015, and there was an exceptionally clean one on my block. And one day I was just like, why is it not ruined? Because I'm in California. Like, if it's gonna be ruined anywhere, it's here, right? You know, like if anyone's gonna drift it into a wall, it's here. And I looked, and it was an automatic. And I'm like, hasn't been swapped yet. Somebody is gonna buy it off whoever's been taking good care of it. They're gonna manual swap it, and that's gonna be the end of that car's life. It might have already happened. I haven't seen it since 2015. It was the last clean 240 I saw.
All right, so Matt actually just jumped out of the tournament for a second, jumped back in just to try to find the folks that he was racing with initially, and he seems to have found the group that he was in there with initially. And
Okay.
right now we've got Link out front, Link 1124 out front in this race. And here's the
That's
thing
one.
that a lot of folks don't. Yeah, and as soon as I say that, remember that commentator's purse? Here it is.
That's it.
So one thing you can do here is after you get done with your 8 races, you can keep running and you won't score any more points over and above what you scored in your 8 official races.
Okay.
But if you finish in front of your competition that's still racing, in effect, you take points away from them.
Oh, got it.
So
Because they'll take second place points. They still won't get
Yep.
those first place points.
Yep. Yep. So, Luke is getting just.
I mean, that's just
Hurt.
defense, if you ask me. You know what I mean? Like
It
maybe-
is. It's total defense. And I mean that's strategy comes into that as well. Like, do you stick around? Do you keep running,
right.
knowing that
Like,
you know
if
however
somebody's
much
close
time is.
behind you.
Yeah. It gets really, really cutthroat, and I know a lot of folks from over at the Dad have raced with us, and I'm sure some of them are racing with us here today as well. And their tournaments get they get cutthroat, man. it gets serious business, like life or death kind of stuff when you're actually racing to preserve your lead, and you know if you're trying to stay 2 or 3 points ahead of someone to keep
Right.
the lead in the tournament, that can make all the difference in the world. It's crazy, but it's fun to watch. 'Cause
That's a very interesting mechanism. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
it gets intense.
Luke is either having an excellent race or a terrible race, and I'm having trouble telling. Because I think he finished in third, right? Oh, is that? Yeah, he finished in third, I believe, which isn't bad. It's on a podium, but there were some moments there, weren't there?
There was some serious clapping going on. Yeah,
Yeah, the
absolutely.
clapping for sure.
Matt's just happy he's got a full lobby again.
Right. Let's
gonna
go.
use that mushroom.
Let's go.
Hey, use that mushroom on his head and take him out. He just keeps saying, "Let's."
He's just spamming it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Like now. When are we going? Now? Now.
Now? At least the time between races is quick.
No, it's awesome to see a bunch of kids in here racing with us this morning. We really appreciate it. And while we've got them waiting for a race, I'm just going to remind folks, Equity Prime Mortgage is a fine sponsor with us for all of our events. If you need anything in the mortgage way, basically, head on over to epm.net. Let Equity Prime Mortgage take care of your mortgage needs. They are empowering people more, and they would love to help you get into that house of your dreams. So check them out when you get a chance. We're going to start this race off. Tati, take it away.
Oof. Immediately gets the whole shot, not into first, but jumps into second, even if he started in the back row there. And I think I saw somebody on a motorcycle just ahead of him, but he blasted past him, so we're not going to get a view of them again, probably. Didn't know there were motorcycles in the game. But anyway, Matt.
There's all kinds of stuff. There's motorcycles and spaceships and bumper cars and whatever that is Matt's driving right now. It looks more like a bumper. Go for it.
Well, he took first, but then just lost it. It looks like, I missed the name, but whoever that is fighting back hard. That's who Matt passed to take first place in the earlier. Link. We were with Link before, and Link,
and then Kitten is right behind him. Kitten's up in Canada.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say she. I mean, you figure she with Kitten, but could be wrong.
I mean, okay, we'll go with they. We'll figure it out. We'll go with they. But yeah, Matt, it's like putting on a clinic, and I just try to figure out how. I saw the lineup, the grid, and I'm going, okay, starting in the back, this is gonna be cool. We're gonna see him pick his way through, right, for the race. There was no picking. He just shot past everybody in the first 30 yards. Man, it reminds me of Aliens. Just watching an absolute alien in a GT Sport or GT7 lobby just run away with a race from the jump.
And what's also crazy is the number of tracks that are available in this now. I think there are 84 different tracks. I think it's 84. I could be. It's somewhere in the 80s. There were 40 some tracks, and then they a couple months back they had an upgrade where they basically brought a bunch of the older circuits. They brought them up to Mario Kart 8. They brought them up to current spec, and so now you have to have 84 different tracks on tap in your brain.
Yeah.
And know every single nuance, in and out, shortcut. This is where I need to be sideways. This is where I'm going through this corner. This is how, I'm exiting. I'm grabbing this box and I'm getting this weapon and I'm just...
Right. You got to know what angle you're doing everything at. If you hit this shortcut at this angle, perfect. If you hit it at that angle, you're falling off. It's a lot.
Yeah, there's some multitasking fools, man.
Yeah.
There's some and when I say fools, I mean that very lovingly. They're just absolutely crazy.
It's fools, but with a smile.
I think at 51 years old, my brain may be too full to actually memorize them. Like, I don't know whether I have it in me.
I mean, that's a theory. Because at 36, I've been noticing, well, actually, way before I was 36, I realized, I'm like, I don't memorize song lyrics anymore. You hear a song on the radio enough, you at least know the hook. And I'm like, I don't know the hook anymore. I know the music, but I can't even sing the hook to songs anymore. What's going on?
Just sit there and bob your head a little bit.
Yeah, you're like, I love this song. What's it called? No idea. Who sings it? No idea. What's the hook? No idea. But I know the beat. I don't know.
Oh, it's so good.
Memorizes it wanes. It wanes.
Decreases. It decreases.
I do think. Didn't we both? Why are we going backwards?
I'm not sure what that was.
Somehow I know it's part of the strategy, though. Like, it doesn't feel like it was a punishment. It feels like
positive that was on purpose. Like that right there. That does like
what?
Why would you even try that?
What shortcut is that? Like, right. What makes you think I can go this way and I'm gonna end up back on the track? He's in third.
Dude, literally just that. Sure. Mm-hmm. How do you even think to try stuff like that? He just took the Ready Player One approach and went backwards to win.
Can the stream see my face? Because I'm just dumbfounded. I hope. Okay, they can't see my face. Good, because that was meme worthy. I'm just flabbergasted. I don't even say flabbergasted. Like, who says flabbergasted in real life? But here I am. It's the only word that made sense. Like, he's fighting for first. He started the race
in first,
literally going backwards.
He's an alien.
And then went backwards again. Twice, Sean.
If anyone wanted proof that there is life outside this planet, we found it.
Right
And
here.
its name is Matt.
It's right here. You thought that new telescope was gonna do it? Nah, we didn't need that. You just had to look at watch our tournament here, because I don't understand.
I can't tell if Matt's actually listened to our commentary or not, but that smile, that was the biggest smile I've ever seen on his face. And it came right after we basically called him out as being an alien. So, is that confirmation?
I think so. I think that's how I read it. Basically, you don't confirm, but if you smile, it's like a little hint. And squidded, but like he can still see, and he's gonna hit every ring perfectly, of course, even with ink on the screen.
I will say though, Link and Kitty are actually like keeping him somewhat honest.
Look at him celebrate. Oh yeah, they made it hard for him. The first half of the race, I think first lap, for sure, it was hard. But once he was past them, he was past them.
Yeah, he doesn't even make sense. He doesn't make sense at all. All right, so Matt brings it home again. While we're waiting for the next race to pop up, going to go ahead and let y'all know we are, as always, up to this point, we have basically all of our Mario Kart events have been in conjunction with A Kid Again. If you would like to support them, you can head over to akidagain.org and take a look at their extensive web presence. They actually have a lot of information on that page. They'll let you know, what you're doing, what they're doing, why they're doing it, and really want to get as many folks involved with this organization as we possibly can. Their mission at Again is to foster hope, happiness, and healing for children with life-threatening conditions and their families. And that's one of the things that they do that sets them apart to a certain extent. They actually want to bring in the entire family that's being affected by whatever this life-threatening event is, and just basically give them a day or a series of days to not necessarily forget that's going on, because how can you forget, but to step away from it and just have some fun and be a family, and for the kids to just get to be a kid again. Get it? That's how that works. So please go check .org. We're still looking at Matt's screen right now, and what are you doing, Matt? Oh,
Just trying to look for the people he was just racing with.
yeah, he's tracking specific people down.
See how many friends he's got?
Evidently, I'm breaking up a little bit, so Tati, take it away, and I'll see whether I can figure something out on my end.
Sure thing, absolutely. So it looks like he's jumping back into the Fiesta Cup. At least it looked like, yeah, now he's back in it. But I think he was also looking for people he was racing with. His friends list is huge. It took him forever to scroll through that. I don't know. I might have that many friends on PSN. Maybe. But I've also been on PSN longer than he's been alive. So there's that. This is a whole new tournament. Everyone's sitting at 0 points. So it looks like we're starting a new series of races here. How many did you say it was? 8 races per, I believe?
It's 8 races. Yeah, they have 8 races that they have to run. 8 races that they have to run in order to score all the points that they can score for our event.
Got it. Okay. Looks like, is he gonna be Luigi, or is he watching someone? Is he racing?
No, I think he's
Oh,
watching.
he's
right now.
watching.
He's
Okay.
just scrolling through right now.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen this track. Or if I have, maybe I saw it last time, but it doesn't really look familiar. Should be very interesting. Oh, cat, do you want to leave now? My cat decided to be with me, and now she's over it. So we don't have a cat joining us in the commentary booth today. Sorry, folks. I really hate to disappoint you in this way, but the two humans will continue talking about racing, Mario Kart racing in particular. Right now, we're just watching. Ooh, well, that didn't go well for Brooklyn, but Matt is spectating a race I believe, waiting for another tournament to start up here.
Yep, waiting for another race to start.
Yep. And now we're dancing. Get it, Matt. Get it. Get it, Matt. Get it. How long have we had Mario Kart? Was it around in the NES days? Or did it start with SNES?
No, I'm pretty sure it was. I'll tell you what. You keep the
We
commentary live, and I will turn into research guy.
Thank you. Thank you. There's this fantastic resource called the internet that has the answers to everything. Anything that you need to know about the universe, basically, is on the internet. Ooh, we've got spikes going. We've got fireballs being thrown. We just got into a little bit of action, like a little action scene there between three drivers. One ran away, but whoever's playing Bowser up there is particularly mean. They're still going at it, Brooklyn and Bowser, but I think Brooklyn's passed now. Nope, not passed. Still this battle for second place. Now Luigi's in it. This battle for third is happening. There are boulders falling. There's a lot happening on this track. And I think that's why I'm bad at this game. I just want to focus on apeces. I don't know the English. Apeces, however you want to think about it. I just want to focus on those. Corner exits, maybe find like the mellowest shortcut that I can get into without splatting myself into a wall. Meanwhile, these kids are contending with like war zone like situations, and it's just too much for me. So it feels like turn one at Monza and the standing start open lobby in Gran Turismo, but
in the rain.
But the whole race, right? Yeah, in the rain.
In the rain, backwards.
But it's all 3 laps
at night in blizzard conditions.
Oh my gosh, this is the cutest. Wait, is that what he's gonna look like? Because that is the cutest little costume or look or whatever that was.
Okay, so you wanted to know when Mario Kart originated. You were actually correct. 1992, Super Mario Kart came in on the SNES.
Got it. On the
SNES or whatever you want to call it.
Oh, what an era. What an era. That little
1992.
Was it 13-bit era? I mean 32-bit era? Was that? Yes. Because Nintendo 64 came out and it was because it was 64-bit. Okay.
Mario Kart 64 was released in 1996.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mario Kart Super Circuit was released in 2001 on the Game Boy Advance.
I've never heard of Mario Kart Super Circuit. Huh.
Mario Kart Double Dash 2003 on the Nintendo GameCube. Mario Kart DS in 2005 on the DS.
The DS.
Mario Kart Wii 2008. Mario Kart 7 2011. Mario Kart 8 2014. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe 2017. And so this has been around for a day or two. And there's still millions of people around the world that play this.
1992. And you know what? There are only a few gaming franchises outside of sports franchises that can claim that kind of longevity. That without a hiatus, at least, right? Of course, things get rehashed and brought back after 10 years, but like Mario Kart has been on every Nintendo system since 1992.
Every single one of them, and not only has it been on every Nintendo system, it's like had a massive following on it.
Right.
I would like to know. I'm getting ready to look something else up. I really need to know this. I'm gonna turn it back over to you, Tati, and I'm gonna look up something else and see whether I can find it.
No, of course, because now I don't know if we can look this up, but I'm wondering how many other franchises have that sort of longevity. Final Fantasy is one. Maybe you can count the Civilization games, but they're more PC, and PC is kind of its own thing. All I can think of is sports stuff. Madden. Mortal Kombat, right. Mortal Kombat. Street Fighter did have a hiatus. Street Fighter had a hiatus for 1 or 2 generations. But look at how we're struggling to come up with non-sports franchises that do this. And some people would argue that this is a sports franchise, but when I say sports franchise, I mean, professional, licensed, with the teams type sports franchise. That's what I mean. The Maddens, the NBA 2Ks, which before 2K it was NBA Live. NBA Live EA Sports was the one, and then 2K was like, here's a better game. There's a better way. Do we get to race now, Matt? We do! And I love the look. Starting in the front row, too, so...
He's running with Sonic now?
Does that say Sonic on the back? It does say Sonic on the back of his shirt there.
I'm pretty sure that's a hedgehog.
Yep.
Pretty sure.
It's a Sonic helmet. So it's a kid wearing a helmet. There you go. You got a little glimpse of the face there.
Okay, so I had to find this out. Give me your best guess as to how much revenue Mario Kart alone has generated for Nintendo since its launch.
Ooh. Well, Nintendo games.
I can not only feel, I can smell you thinking right now, which is crazy.
I'm overheating because one thing we know about Nintendo games is the first party games never go on sale. So, Mario Kart, assuming that it was sold at full price for probably most of the life cycle of the system it was on, since 92. Can I guess in number of figures, or do I need to get close to an exact number?
Just guess. And then I'm just going off of there's a site called Fando that I found some numbers on. So you give me a total guess, and then I'll break it down for you because it's crazy.
Sure. My total guess, then, I'm gonna put it at $500 million.
Oh, you are so low.
What?
You are so.
Okay, are we talking about just game sales or like merch?
No, just game sales.
Just game sales. I'm low. Okay, so it is in the billions.
Oh, it's in the billions.
Okay, oof, $6 billion.
That's a solid guess. That's a very solid guess. So
because I guessed low, I felt like 500 million was low, but like I didn't want to.
Yeah, you went crazy low. In 1992, on the SNES, from 90, I guess this is total revenue generated for Super Mario, 670 million plus.
In the SNES days.
Yeah.
And back then, games were like $30, right?
Yeah.
$30 back then?
Yeah, it's crazy. And then Mario Kart Double Dash, 355 million. Then we get to the Wii, and things change a little bit.
It ramped
Mario
up.
Mario Kart Wii, 1.4 billion plus in gross revenue.
Jeez. Because like everybody bought a Wii.
It's insane. Mario Kart DS, almost $1 billion, 925 million and some change.
On the DS alone, man.
N64 back in 97, 64 was 670 million. Then we get to the Switch, Mario Kart 8, 2 billion.
Yeah.
2 billion. The total revenue generated according to this site, 6,848,816,444.
So it's almost 7 billion. You might as well call it 7 billion. We're talking a difference of 100-something million here.
And this is Mario Kart. This isn't just like imagine. I would imagine Mario.
Oh, Mario itself.
Like, Mario's probably octuple that.
Yeah. There's. Yeah.
Go ahead
I
on
can't
Nintendo.
imagine. And you know what? This makes sense. This is why Nintendo has been able to just do whatever they want. Because I remember feeling like, when Nintendo 64 came out and PlayStation came out and the Dreamcast Dreamcast? 96? Or was it came out with the PS2 era? Forget the Dreamcast. Don't forget that. But Sega Saturn, everyone went to discs because discs could pack more data and therefore you could have better graphics. And Nintendo was like, actually, we're going to stick to the cartridge and everything is going to look a little octagonal, but it's going to be cute. people are gonna love it. And for me, as a kid who loved like Mortal Kombat and like, you know, gory stuff, I felt like it was the wrong direction to go, and I kind of fell away from being a Nintendo fan. But obviously I was wrong, because at no point has Nintendo been losing with any of these decisions that it's made to not be the hardcore graphics system, right? And when you went through the numbers there and you showed that the revenue on the DS, how high it was for that handheld, I'm reminded that Nintendo is also like the company that held it down for handhelds, and where everyone else would fail, Nintendo, like the DS was a huge system. Everyone had one, and it wasn't even a real console. It was a handheld. Sony tried. PSP was cute. You know, I had one. Really great piece of hardware, but I never fell in love with any games on it. And then they had the PS Vita and all that stuff. All those could be considered quote unquote failures. But Nintendo, you know, since the brick, the Game Boy brand has just held on. And then they were like, forget it. We'll make a Switch and it's going to be both.
Yeah, they found their niche. I mean, they found their niche and they capitalized on it. And then, well, I'm not going to say and then, but now we can look at mobile gaming on the whole and realize that Nintendo was right. You know, they were absolutely right that the handheld, it might not have been the console of choice or the gaming, your gaming outlet of choice when Game Boy was first released. But everybody games on their phones nowadays. Well, I'm not gonna say everybody, but the vast majority of growth in the gaming space over the last 3 to 5 years has been mobile gaming.
Yeah, you see a lot of big publishers buying mobile gaming companies or starting their own arm, and like that's on their website featured prominently, whereas back in the day you used to kind of be like, oh, I didn't even know they owned Zynga or whatever, right? It was kind of, no one really talked about their mobile gaming division, but now that's huge. I mean, these phones can play crazy games. I think Nintendo tried to jump into the phone market a few years ago, but I think they jumped back out of it. Am I wrong?
If they had, I mean, they have their lane. You know, it's once you carve a lane as deep as Nintendo has carved it, it's really tough to climb out of it and go a different direction. And why would you? I mean, I don't know what their Nintendo's lifetime total revenue is as far as just Nintendo the company, but they're okay.
It's been working for them.
Yeah, considering they start off as like it was a card game or something like that they started off with. Like,
ooh, I don't know.
They weren't a video game producer originally. I think it was
lore.
I think it was a card game.
It's my turn to look it up. Hold on, we're Googling.
Yep, look it up. And they literally grew a video game empire because they just decided to pivot. And before a lot of other folks even thought that video games were going to be a thing, they were already developing an ecosystem basically, and they have all of their high-end characters, and it's amazing, absolutely amazing.
That's what it is.
What they've done.
Nintendo's the Apple of video games.
They kind of are.
Because they really are just like, yeah, we don't really mess with other people's hardware. We just kind of keep our stuff to ourselves. And maybe that's why their attempts to jump into the mobile arena were not as fruitful as they thought. Because, like, when has Nintendo ever had to put one of its franchises on someone else's hardware? Much less, build a game that has to work on almost endless, combinations of hardware. We're talking about cell phones here. So...
yeah, have they ever? I don't even know. Has Nintendo ever put a game on another console? I don't know whether they have.
No, I don't think we've ever had a first-party Nintendo IP on another console. Maybe characters have made a cameo. Like, I never played Kingdom Hearts. It wouldn't surprise me to find, like, I don't know, Mario's in Kingdom Hearts or something. I don't know.
Right.
But I don't think we've ever had a Nintendo game unlike anything else.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, can you imagine? Imagine the frenzy the day Super Mario PS5 launched.
Oh my god.
First of all, I'm taking days off work.
Or Super Mario. Super Mario launches on Steam VR.
Oh my goodness.
How many VR headsets are sold just so people can basically just get lost in a virtual reality version of everything that Mario
something
does?
like that would legitimately jump VR technology up 5 to 10 years just through sheer revenue of selling those headsets. Like the companies would be able to put more money into R&D. Like we would get like full-fledged mainstream VR that much sooner because Nintendo put out a VR Super Mario game. Like that's the level that Nintendo plays at, where they can change the world like that.
There's no way that we're the first people to think about that, but we're going to go ahead and claim it and say that you heard it first here, even though you probably didn't. And
on YouTube, we'll pull it up.
Right. It's just I can't even imagine how amazing that would be. I'd be all in on that, man. If I could throw the Quest on and run around in any Mario ecosystem, I'd run Mario Kart in VR. Imagine that. That'd be insanely cool.
Oh my gosh! Just because, I mean, look at the track we were just looking at. I mean, that's a roller coaster, basically. Yeah. Now
Mario Kart in VR with like a wheel and pedals.
Oh. Mario Kart in VR with like a whole like motion rig.
Okay.
One that's capable of a full like 360 degrees in any direction of motion. No, you get sick. You'd get sick.
Yeah, I don't want a 360. I just want a proper 6 off. I want a proper 6-degree freedom rig for Mario. That would be. Yeah, I'm in. Now we're actually building one for a client right now. Now I'm going to have to go out and figure out whether I can piece that together, because I know there in Japan there is a Mario VR. Okay. Because we tried to actually get it licensed, and we couldn't get. It was Konami, I think, that was actually doing the licensing, and we tried to bring that to the States, and we could not make it happen. And
interesting.
Yeah. But it looks amazing. So I am going to go ahead and switch gears just a little bit here. We are on screen right now, folks getting ready for the adult tournament, and we're basically watching some prep and practice. We're about 4 minutes away from starting the adult tournament. I am not sure whether our super producer, Mr. Ryan, could pull up the results from the kids event just yet, as it's got 4 minutes left in it. So I probably can't pull the finals up just yet and put them on the screen.
Everything's still collating. I don't know if collating is the right word there. I wanted to say it. Everything's still collating. We'll get those to you right away.
Yep, we'll get them to you as soon as we have them, for sure. And I don't think we can pull those until the tournament itself is actually done. But we're on top of that, and I know the kids are pretty much they're pretty much done. I don't think there are any of the kids still actually running, and Matt has shut his screen down, or his stream down. So right now we get to watch a turtle on a scooter towing a banana through the snow. This is not something that most race commentators ever get to talk about, Tati.
It's not. By the way, you were right about Nintendo's start as a playing card company. And one thing that I had no idea is that Nintendo as a company is 133 years old. It started as a playing card company in 1889 and made video games. Yeah. Can you imagine being the head of a company that's been around? Let's say Nintendo said, let's make the pivot in like the late 70s, right? Because the NES came out in 85? So late 70s, they're like, we got to make video games. At this point, this company has been around for 90 years or close to, and you're telling them we're going to pivot to this new digital tech that nobody really thinks is going to make it. I got to see that division. That's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely insane.
That is crazy.
No, what I really want to read is back in 1800 whatever, they were already talking about the game, the Game Boy.
Play cards digitally, handheld.
In the future,
Oh.
there will be these things that you can actually sit in front of and hold a controller.
I just learned a whole new thing. That the NES is not their first console. Maybe their first global console. The Color TV game was released in 1977. It was released as a series of 5 dedicated home video game consoles between 77 and 80 in Japan only. Huh.
So was it basically? It was Pong, probably.
It
Like the Japanese version of Pong.
I'm looking here. Yeah, sort of. They have one called Block Breaker, so I'm guessing that's their version of Pong. So it looks like each console was dedicated to one game, if I'm reading this correctly. I'm kind of skimming. But yeah, that's interesting. Now I gotta learn more. Later, obviously. Later, but it was developed with Nintendo and Mitsubishi Electronics. So, Mitsubishi rearing its head in there. Look at that. Mitsubishi gave us both Nintendo and the Evo.
I mean,
We stand.
there's nothing wrong with that.
We stand. Well, I won't say they gave us Nintendo, but you know, they helped.
Well, yeah, they played a part.
Yeah, they played a part. Played a part getting that first console out.
So who are we on stream with now? I'm pretty sure this is this race 1 of the adult tournament? I'm pretty sure that's where we are. I know the adult tournament is kicking off right now. The way we run these things is they're an hour long, and you can get in right at the beginning and run your 8 races. You can log in a little bit later and run your 8 races. And if you get in early, like we were talking about earlier, Tati, you can actually
defend from the back.
Yep.
Or from
Run your 8 races and then just hang out and try to take as many points from your competition as you possibly can, just to try to keep your position where it is, which is it's mean and evil, and we love it.
I am definitely that kind of petty. Yeah, really, really like that mechanism. If I have to say, granted, I don't think that I'd ever be running in the front of one of these tournaments, so I may not get the chance to do this, but. Actually, no, I do it. I would do it to keep you from getting 8th place points. I'll do it.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'd get on and be like, nah, you are 9th today. I said what I said.
Imagine if you could do that in, like, IMSA competition.
That'd be fantastic. I mean, technically you can, because IMSA doesn't say that you can't earn any more points once you've clinched the championship, right?
No, but what I'm saying is, like, the event, literally the event just runs from noon to 7 p.m. But it's only a hour and 45-minute run. But after you're done, you can just keep racing and then
keep racing. If you got the gas and the tires, just come on through.
Take points away from your competition.
Oh my gosh!
The 24 hours
would complain.
The 24 hours of Le Mans is actually a 48-hour event.
Right. No, the privateer teams have shut that down quick. They were like, dude, we don't have the tires or the fuel for this. We finished our race. We're done.
I was curious. A commercial popped up on the screen, and I was like, "Okay, did we go to commercial?" Because it's not like our producer to not let us know that we're going to commercial, and it was Twitch showing a commercial. It threw me there for a second. So right now we are waiting for Toasty Cube to kick things off in the adult tournament. This is Stark. Who is it? I heard Ryan say something, and then I couldn't hear him. Star Kessie. Okay, we're on board with Star Kessie.
Oh, our bad. I saw Toasty Cube. Oh, that must be whoever's on his horse. Okay.
Star Kessie or Star Kessie, we're not sure. We're not sure how to pronounce your name. We just know you're on stream and you're racing with us, and we appreciate it. And game on. First race of the adult tournament about to commence.
Yeah, the adults are stylish. I mean, I've seen like the different color Bowsers. We got this little bear suit here.
They're tricking too.
Yeah.
You got the little raccoon suit with literally that was like a no-hander.
Oh, it is a raccoon. It's a no-hander 360. Something. something.
It was a body varial though that he did there at the beginning. There you go.
There you go, a nice little Indian air.
That was more of a knack knack. That was like a knack knack with a little foot kick.
Felt like both feet went off to me, but sure, knack knack.
Oh, were both feet out there? Was it Indian?
It felt like it was an Indian air to me.
Okay.
But
No, I mean, heck, I've been wrong before, and I'll be wrong again.
you're right about the body varial thing.
You gotta love the body varial.
Oh yeah.
Throwing it out
I
there
would-
like it's just went from what, second to sixth in a corner.
But about to pick it back up, down up in the fourth, and yes, that's what I thought. Third now. I thought I saw third over on the right side of the screen, about to get past. Ooh, you got somebody behind you. Get him.
This track blows my mind. When they get to the part where they're going through the turn, it's a shortcut over the baggage claim conveyor.
Uh-huh.
And we've seen folks literally go from 8th to 1st. Right there. That shortcut.
Got it. I'm gonna watch out for it. Ooh.
It's the last corner, and we've seen people go from last to first place right there. That's how close a lot of these adult races have been over the. So, I mean, we've been doing this.
Yeah,
because
this is a four-way fight right now, on lap 3. Oh no.
Oh no.
6th. But still, so many people. Ooh, is this the corner where he does the thingy? I want to see if it's a knack knack or a Indian air. I couldn't tell because he was ghosted, but it still looked like both feet out. It actually looked more like a no-footed can. No-footed knack. No knack? Is that a thing?
The no knack.
The no knack. So I think you might be right. It's not an Indian air, but it is both feet off. How do we judge this?
I don't know. Are we actually we're freestyle judging now?
Yeah. I don't know what the scoring system is. I'm just gonna give that a 6. First thing we saw.
Yeah, we can't go too high. And of course, Matt's stories. Because why not?
Why not?
Because he needs to win more. And he's first.
And he is winning.
Imagine if Matt keeps playing this until he's my age.
I don't see why he wouldn't.
He'll literally. Well, I mean, I'm still playing it.
And there's gonna be another Mario Kart.
Matt's gonna get to play this. He's young enough to where he's gonna get to play this on holodeck.
He's gonna get to play this on what? Hologram?
On a holodeck.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
Oh, he's getting pushed around now.
All right, so we do have someone playing with us here today that's over at the Eplex. It's Esports Arena here in Birmingham. They have a location in Birmingham and another one in Pearl, Mississippi, and their gamer tag is SushiNap. And I don't know whether we have their URL or not. If we do, it would be awesome to take a look at it because they are streaming. If we don't have it, let me know, Ryan, and I will do my best to get it for you. All right, I will do my best to get that for you, and we'll figure it out. So Cruz just finished 3rd.
Yeah.
3rd.
Very excited and relieved too. Like that celebration, I know that feeling. Where did
Cruz finishing 3rd there. So Matt's streaming everything. He's got his own stream. He has our live stream. He has Mushroom Cam. Matt's in it, man.
Fully in it. Back with Starkessi, right? That was the name. So, all 8 races are going to be on the same 8 tracks, I assume?
It's random. It's randomized. So when they actually get done with a race and they go back to that lobby where you see all the little Wii's coming up over the earth and waiting for the next race to join.
Yep.
All of those are potential tracks that they could join, and they can either vote on them or they can just let it go random.
Got it. Okay.
Mickey Wins is in here. Okay, cool. This is gonna get well, it's not gonna get. It already is crazy.
It's pretty intense. No, that last race you just watched, like to the end, it was a 4-way battle happening. Whereas, watching the kids tournament, granted we were watching it mostly from Matt's point of view, but it didn't seem like there were any big battles like that, at least not for long. Feels like the adults are maybe more closely matched.
All right,
Ooh,
so
climb the
a
bamboo,
nice
climb the bamboo. Like the
front flip.
obstacles are so funny.
That was front flip to glider deploy to adding altitude to make it up to the top ramp. It's amazing.
You know what I see for the future of Mario Kart? Well, no, because this would probably ruin it for them. I was gonna say making the physics more complex, but nah. Leave it as
I mean, it's pretty much at a sweet spot, right? Like
yeah.
It's not. It's nuanced enough to where you have to put in your time in order to truly like. How did he miss those banana peels?
I would have hit.
That didn't even make sense.
Minimum.
So it's nuanced enough to where you truly have to know what you're doing in order to maximize things, but it's easy enough to where
You can just
I'm
jump
just
in.
gonna go ahead and say it. Yeah, you or I, Tati, can jump in and actually have fun. It would be cool though. I would like to see a version of it with incredibly serious physics, like
Yeah, I think we
straight
talked
up
about that.
real world physics and the ability to use a wheel and pedal set. And I'd like to see it just to try.
Right. And that for sure. But I think maybe what I meant, maybe physics wasn't the word I was looking for, though I do want that. We talked about that last time. But, all the little tricks and stuff that they do, all the little deploys, they're still fairly simple button presses, if I recall. But, what if it took a bit more skill to deploy that glider just right? You know what I mean? or a few more button presses, or the right combination of button presses to get your altitude right. Just
You want
a bit more involved.
Old school cheat mode enabling down, up, back, XY, XY, AB, AB,
Or something. I don't know what I want. I don't know. Why am I like this?
L1, L1, L1.
I'm the old, like I told you, I'm the old cantankerous person who's like, I had it hard and you should too. Back in my day,
We played Nintendo barefoot in the snow.
we had to play these games with 2 buttons. That's why we had such tough combinations. Now that I think about it, like everything was like, okay, press these 2 buttons together, but after you press down, up. So down, up, these 2 buttons together, and that's a hard punch.
We didn't have joysticks. We had a directional pad.
That's it. You had to be accurate with it.
It was a directional pad, an A and a B button, and we loved it.
We loved it. Our controllers were stuck to the console. They didn't work if they weren't plugged in. We couldn't step away. Your speakers were your TV speakers. However they were.
If we wanted to press the buttons faster, we got a spoon. And we just moved it back and forth really fast. Did you ever do that?
Oh man, no, I did the butt of my hand, like the flat.
Okay.
But I learned that from playing piano, right? That's how you do like a fast jazz glissando, on an organ or something. So I did that on controller as well.
The hot move for track and field was a spoon.
A spoon.
But in order, like for all of the stuff that you needed to get speed running to do, like javelin and hurdles and all that stuff, it was just a spoon, and you just went back and forth on AB to the level of literally like melting the buttons on the controller. You were trying to move so fast.
Oh my gosh. I will say that I have yet to see a controller more stylish than the NES controller. Just the black, the gray with the red. Chef's kiss, honestly. Such a good looking controller. And I know that's a weird thing to care about, but look at it.
No, style's important. I mean, people are still. I mean, there are all kinds of mods out now where you can, mod your PC, mod your Xbox, mod your PlayStation, mod your Nintendo. Everybody wants, their colors. Everybody wants
Right.
their graphics, and yeah, I mean, back in the day, it's all of that was. You didn't
It's
want to have
important.
something ugly sitting out for your friends to come. Wish they had it there.
I feel like it matters a little less now, though. The control. I mean, we haven't seen a graphics package on the controller from the factory. You can get the skins and stuff like that, but Nintendo was like, no, give them the bars across. Like, make it fashion. Make it fashion. It was same thing with like pickup trucks. Remember late 70s, 80s, like you had graphics on your pickup trucks. That's what made it a pickup truck. Was
I
graphics, if you ask me.
I didn't find out until later that one of the most popular mini truck graphics back then was literally ripped right off of the Dixie Cup.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some of those line how do you like? Okay, that didn't work, but that shortcut right there just seems like a very high risk maneuver.
I've seen him take it in previous laps and it worked out. So I guess that was just bad luck right there.
Crazy Flame.
That was it,
P1.
but yeah, it's a
Mickey
risky
wins
one.
P2. Looks like Mickey wins is leading the adult tournament now. I tried to take in as much of that leaderboard as I could and saw Mickey wins running 39 right now, which not shocking. Mickey is silly fast. Just silly fast. All right, back on board with you're gonna get it right and I'm gonna get it wrong.
Ooh. Oh my gosh. Starkessi.
Starkessi. Yeah.
Yes.
Starkessi. There we go.
I kept wanting to say
All right.
Sparky, and I'm like, it's not Sparky.
I think. All right, I have our racer over at the Eplex. I'm getting ready to send Mr. Lane that URL, so hopefully we might be able to plug him in and actually get them into this as well.
All right.
Just a second, y'all. Boom, boom, boom.
I remember. I don't know what's this player's name, Ryan.
Is that Mickey? That's not Mickey. Jedi. Yeah, there you go.
Jedi. Right. I remember Jedi and his daughter last time.
Yeah, Jedi. Evidently, the mini Jedis, they had something else going on today that they couldn't get out of. So we have the Elder Jedi.
The Elder Jedi. The Padawans could not make it. Aw.
It's not normal to see Jedi running back in 12 either.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I remember him being pretty quick.
Does not make sense at all.
This might be first race. Just kind of getting warmed up. Up to 11th, but it's the last
I don't know, is it
lap.
PG Messi or and I the Link character is not a normal choice. You don't see Link all that often.
You don't. You don't.
A lot of folks going with Waluigi. A lot of folks going with Luigi. A lot of folks going with it's not Donkey Kong. Is it Diddy Kong that a lot of folks go with?
I think so.
Oh, Jedi gets just myrtleated.
Yeah. Is it true or is it just placebo that some characters?
All right, so we're on cam now with Sushi Nap live from the Eplex, and Sushi Nap bringing it in P3 in that race.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all. So thank you so much to the Eplex for jumping in. You can see in the background there in Sushi's cam, the Eplex is absolutely. It's 50 or 60 PCs, an amazing arena, awesome stage area, huge tournaments. We are definitely going to grow some stuff with the Eplex in the upcoming months and actually drive a live component to our events as well. So if you want that social gaming experience, the Eplex is definitely a heck of a place to go get it. And we want to actually bring some of the social into the online that we do. And that's why we reached out to the folks over at the Eplex. Thank y'all so much for setting this up and letting Sushi come in today and race with us at the facility. And we're going to grow that. We're going to do some cool things with that as we get bigger and bigger and bigger. And while I'm saying grow, if you know some other folks that are out there that you think would have a blast racing with us, by all means, send them our way. www.eragaming.gg is where you can find everything you need to find about what we have going on at the E-Racing Association. And Knight bringing it in P5 there on cam while I'm talking about sending the world our direction. The reason why we did these Mario Kart events was basically just to open up the racing aspect of what we do. Obviously, we are the E-Racing Association. We want to race. Everything that we do will be racing related. But this is racing. And Tati, you and I got into it earlier, and we get into it every time we do one of these events. It's high-level racing. The skill set is huge. What you're seeing on screen, you're like, oh, it's a video game. Sure. But it's racing, and it's strategy, and it's setup, and you have to truly be almost an engineer to choose the right character and car and or scooter that Jedi's on right there, and glider, and all of that stuff makes a difference.
It does.
And it's crazy the amount of time that goes into actually getting good at this is no different than
and we've seen how
the double box,
especially in this adult tournament, like any mistake and you're losing 2 positions, one if you're lucky, but yeah, because everyone is right there with you. You have not run away with this race. So how can you be perfect at a track that looks like this? But you have to be. Yeah,
you have to be, or you're gonna get left, and that's. I mean, isn't it? That's you could say the same thing about racing in Indy or racing it in the ALMS or not the ALMS. God, I'm old. Racing in IMSA. I just did ALMS. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, once you're at that level, yeah, everyone is so fast that one tiny mistake and you're way out of it. Like it's crazy. I've been watching Formula One qualifiers lately. Usually, if I'm going to watch a race, I typically just watch the race, right? But watching the qualifiers, and if you're 0.3 off the leader, like you're not just sitting in 4th, like you're last if you're 0.3 off the leader in a lap. And I mean, here you don't even have 0.3 of time to mess up. I mean, before somebody's right on you. Ooh, almost got whopped by a bullet there.
Jedi picking it up a little bit, finding 4th place.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite on the podium, but nowhere near as bad as that last round.
I think that bullet might have been Baby Rosalina. That's a power, right? You get to be a bullet and you zoom past people.
Yes.
I think 3rd just got taken away from him there.
Right at the finish line.
Mm-hmm.
It happens.
You hate to see it.
Unless you're the one doing the passing, then you love to see it.
Accurate headshot. Yo, headshots with mushrooms or shells would be hilarious. Like, come on.
So you want sniper,
Yep.
sniper function added.
I sure do. Give me a sniper function, and maybe it's more points, or they're down for longer, or something.
Are you gonna be? Are you gonna be sniping while moving, or are you gonna be camping?
I might camp, like, maybe once I've done the tournament, and I've won, I'm in 1st or whatever.
Yeah.
Instead of taking points away, I'm just like straight mutilating folks. I'm just camped out in some high perch, and as you pass by.
That is exactly where my brain went lately. Literally, you're a sand person up on the cliff.
Yes.
With your sniper rifle trying to take out Luke in the speeder.
Oh man. Exactly that.
Or if you've ever been to an amusement park that has those rapid river rides where you can pay to be on the water cannon.
Yeah.
And you're squirting people in the boats. So there's multiple water cannon turrets around the Mario Kart track. And at Nintendo, seriously, this is a great idea. And
yeah, please listen.
Like Nintendo corporates, they're watching everything.
They do watch.
We know that. Yeah, we know they're watching. It's not a horrible idea though.
Really not. It's not. It's kind of good.
That would actually be a ton of fun.
I think
would be a lot of fun.
I mean, I guess Grand Theft Auto has something similar. Like they have their Arena Wars games, which I haven't done a whole lot of, but you know, you kind of have a racing aspect. You definitely have, you know, people who are just gonna camp to blow people up. Um, maybe Grand Theft Auto's done it, but of course, it's not really accessible to kids. Sorry, kids.
It's not really, but it is amazing. The mods that you can do to that game on PC
Oh
are
yeah, I've seen some crazy stuff on PC.
mind altering.
Ooh, a new shortcut. I haven't seen this one.
I have not seen that shortcut. Did not know that shortcut existed.
Same. Nice. Yeah, the mods on PC are crazy. You know, that's another one. You know, Grand Theft Auto as a franchise, maybe not as old as Mario Kart, obviously, but definitely been around for a very, very long time. Still going hard. Grand Theft Auto 5, like the longevity of that game is insane. I've bought that game for 3 different consoles now.
Yeah.
I bought it at launch for PS3. I put it in a seatbelt in my car and drove it home. That's how excited I was about the game.
In P3, there was a tie for first there. Mickey wins, and I didn't see who the other racer was, but tied at
I missed it.
61.
Wow. Oof. Sushi just fell off the track there. Down in 8th. Still has some people right there though, so she's not completely out of the race. Oh, look, well, she's getting challenged.
That was some serious abuse.
Wow.
Abject abuse. Dino Nia getting absolutely abused, getting sent from where was she? 3rd or 4th, back to 10th.
It was rough. It started,
and still getting abused.
Oh my gosh, it doesn't end. Yeah, at first they fall down to 8th, and it looked like, you know, they were gonna keep it up, but then 9th came, and now 10th, and they just got it back. They were in 11th, but I get the feeling that whoever that was isn't too far behind.
At least they got the turtle shields out now.
Yeah,
and they got a little boost, getting ready to pick up a spot.
Yep, there we go. There's somebody there fighting to get 9th back. All right, here comes 8th.
All right.
Woohoo!
Honestly, great recovery.
Good recovery.
Way to hang in there and keep digging. Starkessi
with the win.
Coming in P1. Congrats.
Okay.
We have a bunch of adults racing with us today. There's a couple different groups here that we're switching back and forth from. So, again, thank y'all so much for coming out and putting your karts and characters on track with us. And we really love it when y'all throw a stream up so we can grab it and make y'all a part of the broadcast.
And show it. You know what? That's the other thing. Obviously, that's the most obvious thing that Nintendo needs to do. Give us a spectator mode. Give us a broadcaster mode.
Yep, give us a broadcaster mode. That would be the crowning jewel for what we love to do, and what so many groups love to do with all of the Mario titles. I mean, Smash Brothers and Mario Kart.
Yeah, it's fun watching people go up against people in those games. So why not have tournaments?
Broadcast functionality would be high on the list. So basically, for the idea that we had for the water cannons around the track. What we would like in lieu of monetary compensation for that absolutely brilliant idea that I think Tati and I should now be millionaires as a result of. We just want some broadcast functionality, please.
I don't know if I'm giving up the millions for broadcast functionality. I don't know.
Can we have both? Why not both?
Right, give us both. I feel like, well, you certainly can afford it, Nintendo. You've got the developer hours. You can pay for those.
We just looked up what Mario Kart alone has brought.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, not even talking about
okay.
consoles. You've got the hardware. You've got the IP. You've got merch. Just give us broadcaster rights and water cannons and millions.
And a Tati character and a Yoda character.
Oh my gosh, please. Please. Yeah. Wow, I think I have a new goal. I want to be in a video game.
Why not? Mickey wins just abusing Jedi.
Wow.
Just abusing.
One corner.
And somehow Jedi. How did Jedi get 2 out of that?
How? I missed it.
NRB. I see. The thing is, when we're watching the leaderboard right now, we're watching staggered scoring basically. So it's like you may have some people in that lobby who have only run a race or two, and there's another person in there that's run like 7 races, and
Right.
so the scoring doesn't really flesh itself out until the tournament is over.
So we're completely done.
And we have about 30 minutes left in the adult tournament. So in about 30 minutes, we'll know. And after the event is over, we will wrap it up. And then on our Facebook feed, we will basically go in there and post event winners as soon as we verify and make sure we do everything that we need to do to make sure that the winners and the top 3 in both of the events that we're having today are indeed the top 3. And we will let the world know.
Let's go. Now the gaming arena, what's it called?
The Eplex.
The Eplex, yes. Did you say you're involved with that, or ERA is involved with that, or is just throwing?
We're gonna get deeper involved in that. We truly want to add a social aspect to what we do, and it's an amazing place run by some amazing folks who have a vision to basically bring local esports. And what they do in the community, they have a bunch of schools that actually have esports teams that use their facility as a practice arena, as well as they hold tournaments for high school and I believe collegiate level events now. If they're not doing collegiate, they're definitely doing high school, and I know that they're working towards collegiate if they're not already doing it. But yeah, it's a practice arena. It's an actual tournament arena. It's go out and just have some fun with your friends. But it's like 50 plus, I think, PCs that are all land, and then they have a stage area that has enough to do a 5v5, like proper 5v5 League of Legends tournament. They do. I know that Sushi, that's on camera right now, he's involved with a big group that comes up there and plays Smash Brothers. They have a weekly Smash Brothers tournament, and then they have monthly, and then they have like large scale Smash Brothers tournaments where literally it's hundreds of people that are live going ahead. Yeah. And that's what we want to grow this into. That's truly what we want to grow the racing side of what happens at the Eplex into, something that the E-Racing Association, we can basically be their sanctioning body for the motorsports side of stuff. And
I would definitely come through. I mean, Birmingham's not far from me in Atlanta.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah,
and they actually have one of our simulators. They have our previous generation simulator from Nemesis Lab. They have one of those at each location. And then, if we have an event that's big enough, I could actually bring the 2 demo units that we have out there as well. And folks could get a taste of those at the Eplex while we have an E-Racing Association tournament going on. So you need to get over here anyway. I need to get your butt in one of those seats. So
definitely.
We'll figure out how to make that happen.
I think that's kind of my thing with like I want to do in-person sim racing tournaments too, but the cost for everyone to have a rig, right? We have a similar like gaming, I guess, plex, if you will, spot here in Atlanta that's really big, lots of PCs and the like, streaming section. I don't think they have a big stage or anything like that. But when I first went there in 2019, I was like, I would love to do a Gran Turismo tournament here, but how do you come up with the cash for like 15 to 20 sim rigs?
Well, really what you need is, if you've got the space, you encourage people to bring their rig.
Yeah, bring your stuff. That's the only other thing that I can think of.
Yep. Bring your own rig and make it happen that way. And that's a gateway. I mean, that's a way to actually get it started and get it kicked off. I'm just going to go ahead and give them a shout out because they have Sushi running up there today, and we got to see a little snippet of what's going on in the background with Sushi there. You can see the stage area and some of those PCs that I was talking about. If you want to know more about the Eplex, you can check them out at theeplex.com. That is TheEPlex.com. And check them out because we are going to dig in deeper with those folks over the coming months. With Alpha Cup coming up, they have a bank of 7 PlayStations, and I have a couple steering wheels and a couple rigs that we could bring up there. as well as if you're a controller racer, we have plenty of folks racing the Alpha Cup with us on controllers
And are
that are
fast too. Yep.
mind-meltingly fast. So
Yeah.
it can be done, and we'll look at how we get that up and running next month. Actually, it's the end of August that we have the next Alpha Cup coming up. So that's coming on. You can check them out, like I said, at theeplex.com for more information about the Eplex in Birmingham, Alabama, and another one in Pearl, Mississippi, and a bunch more arenas planned from those folks. And as they expand, so shall we, is the plan. So thanks so much to them for just basically working with us, and we're going to figure out a way to grow this thing and blow the lid off of it. As I say that, I believe is that Mickey? Correct me if I'm wrong, Ryan. That's Mickey, is it not? That is Mickey Wins that we're on board with right now. Mickey Wins is winning. He's doing his best to wins. He's really good at it.
Remember last time somebody was so still on camera, we joked that maybe they were not alive.
It sure looks like
Looking at Mickey's stillness now, I'm like, is this the same person? No, we got some movement here.
Well, he moves after
angle.
he's done.
Yeah, but during the race,
it looked like Mickey was P2 overall right now in the grand scheme. Mickey beating us. Okay, really? You're gonna go there?
I mean, he's Donkey Kong.
Giving a little Kong chest beat for the win.
Yeah.
The race is going to start. Though. You might as well get the motion out now, Mickey, because as soon as the race starts, he goes cat.
Right. Just full mummy.
The concentration level is unbelievable. Getting back to Jedi just in time to see him.
Does that say Toretto? Because that's funny.
Toretto?
Yeah, I think whoever's playing as Luigi in this race is named Toretto. I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
He's about to say something like, no one likes the tuna.
You never had your car. And other quotes. You know what? Fast and Furious movies are a guilty pleasure for me. It's rare for millennials, but I can happily say that I loved cars long before Fast and Furious came out. That is not what put me into the game of the terrible game of loving cars, the terribly expensive game. But I still love the movies. No matter how bad they get, I'll be there opening weekend. I will. There
Really?
it is. Toretto. Yeah. Toretto.
I still go back and watch the first one in Tokyo Drift. I haven't, like, the last 3 or 4 I haven't even seen.
They're ridiculous, but they're still fun. It just is. They lost me at the 193 mile long runway. Like I just yeah.
And
the runway scene was excellent.
The cars have like 83 speed transmissions and
oh yeah. And like now, especially so that airplane one and maybe the one before were kind of the first kind of like heisty ones, right? But they're going on like international spy missions and they've got 3 days to come up with a fleet of cars. They build them in these 3 days. There's no time for a shakedown, Sean. We're sending it. It's going on mission and nothing can fail. That's it.
What they do. They're so good at what they do that you don't have to shake them down.
You don't have to. It's going to be perfect. Yeah. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
This highly modified car that we built in 3 days with 2 sets of hands.
Like full on OE manufacturers can't do that with a race car. But if you build it in a garage in the middle of nowhere, Tokyo, then if you 2JZ swap your Mustang in your dad's literal, not even a 1-car garage, it's gonna
There's no space in that garage. It's going to run fine.
Sushi Nap P5 or Sushi Nap. And now I'm on board with the name, man. Sushi Nap. I would like to eat enough sushi after this is over to be forced into it.
Sushi does sound good. I'm having trouble though. I'm having trouble finding good sushi around me. What's going on with that?
Starkessi's sitting P5 on camera with us right now.
80 points for Starkessi, and I think he's
needs
3 or 4 races?
15 points to get up into the top 3.
Yeah. How many? I think we've only seen him in 3 or 4 races, though, right? I think he's still got.
He may have a couple more. We're switching back and forth.
Yeah, we are.
and,
Oh, he's done. Ryan says he's done. Never mind.
Okay, so he's done. So he could keep racing and keep people from scoring points, but he's not in the top 3. So he probably.
Yeah.
We may see him.
We were jumping back and forth, so I wasn't sure if every time we saw him was,
So we had Toretto, and now we got Letty out in front of Jedi. That's
I didn't even notice. Toretto and Letty. I wonder if they know each other.
They better. How could they not? They have
It's
to.
a love story for the ages, right?
They have to know each other.
Have to. I need you to watch the last Fast and Furious movies. Oh.
So I hear we may actually be do not have the kids' results. Okay, so all right, we're gonna figure it out, and we will get those results to you. They might not be on broadcast, but they will definitely be popping up on our social channels ASAP. We'll figure out the finishing orders for the kids and the adults tournament, and we will post them as soon as we possibly can. Jedi back to P3 out in front. Oh, back to P4.
Yeah, and he lost those positions. I don't think anything happened. It was just bad racing lines. So this goes back to what we're talking about. He ended up a little wide, ended up in the snow. I think the snow must slow you down a lot. And boom, 2 passes were made.
TDG Mamba.
Well, 3 really, since he's still in 4th now. Finish. He was running up front too before that.
You can actually, you can feel the frustration coming.
You really can.
The stream. Like you could see, like his body language is just like, what in the world? Yeah, that right there. That right there. That was abject disgust. That was unhappy with his performance.
Been there, Jedi. Understand.
Everybody has. If you do this long enough,
disgusted with yourself.
There will come a day where you're like, I can do better. I can just do better. I know I can do better. And we've seen him do that.
Definitely. So, I understand the frustration. Ooh, Sushi now taking 3rd in that one. Well done.
All right, so we still have a full crowd here, which is cool.
We do. Still got 20 minutes for them to get all their 8 races in.
And they normally, we normally don't run the full hour of the adult race. We normally see it sort of flesh out, and sometime between now and about 10 minutes to go, folks just what position you're in. So we see folks starting to sort of trail off towards the end of the adult event. As long as you get your 8 races in. The only ones that can really have any effect over the finish, like if the top 3 wanted to keep racing all the way to the end, then you're kind of forced to hang out,
right?
Because you could lose your spot. But once the top 3 are locked, they're kind of locked. Jedi's okay. Just informed this is Jedi's last race. So Link on a scooter with a glider.
Figured it had to be something like that. He was so disappointed. I was like, must be running out of chances.
Toretto out front getting it done again.
Toretto's in this race too.
Oh, up to momentarily up to first.
Toretto and Letty there. And I think Letty just did that. Yep.
So they're working as a team.
They are.
Surprise.
I knew it. Not shocking. People who don't watch Fast and Furious are like, what are they talking about?
Why are they so fixated on those 2 names? It doesn't make sense.
What is going on?
Link is ready for revenge.
Oh, fully. Like 3 shells, just waiting, hoping somebody that did it. Never mind.
Oh.
He's hoping somebody will try him. And well, the shells don't protect you against the lightning or the shrinking, I guess.
This is brutal.
It is. Just picked up a position here. We are on lap 2 of 3.
Oh,
got that shortcut right.
Got another one and missed the plant. That was amazing. Up to 2nd.
No, he's hitting walls now. No. He hit the shortcut right, but then ran into a plant. Kept running into stuff. This is the last lap. If he can hit the shortcut right this lap, he might have a chance. But yeah, just having some bad luck with that shortcut. That's the second time I've seen him have big issues there.
It's just not as
just
bad.
got missed by some shells. Oh, somebody's coming after him.
Just not his day at all.
Fortunately. Unfortunately not. I think here comes that shortcut. Let's see if he tries it again. Oh. He does try the shortcut again. He hits his boost right. He's not running into stuff. He's got back into second because of it. Oh, and he hits. Oh, look at his face. He hit a banana peel on his way out. Oh, and then lost 2 positions. Yeah, I feel it, Jedi. I feel it. He finally hit that shortcut right.
It's not often that we get to see like in motion the agony of defeat.
It's a wrap. Cut it.
Oh, he's so frustrated. So frustrated. Thank you for racing
wayward
with us
banana
today, man.
peel.
You tried. I mean, you tried. It was
Oh, this
not,
is in order. What do
it
we
was
got?
not your day. It was not your day at all. Yeah, I mean, it can't be your day every day. I mean, there's no way around it. But you're on stream, and you could be doing something worse. I mean, you are, you're here with us playing Mario. Life's not that bad.
And you know what? 4th place ain't, it's not last.
We got a little smile out of him.
Right.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah, 3 people here.
Yeah, it looks like we're winding down, but we're not going to know. Like, we're not going to have results for a little while on this one. But we are winding down. Right now, it looks like we have Van Tox with 117 on top of the podium.
Yep.
NRB HSB at 103 in P2. Nikki wins P3 with 95. Right behind him was No More Wishes. 2 points off the podium. Toretto in P5. TDG Mamba in 80 with 82 in P6. Narkesi in 7th. Crazy Flame in 8th. Let's see here. Okay, this and don't take this to heart because I don't think we have everyone. No, everyone's not reporting yet, and the way that these results actually come out, they don't completely tabulate until the tournament's over. So, and I know we said that, and I'm going to say that again. So I'm just going to stop talking. How about that?
We're watching Mickey Wins have a very uneventful race up front here, which we haven't seen anyone having an uneventful race in a while.
But look how animated he is on camera.
I know.
He's out of control. Like, we're going to actually have to ask Mickey to turn his camera.
How does he both race and move around like that?
It's
just show all that energy.
So distracting. So much movement on the camera itself.
No, he's dominating up front here, though. Somebody's throwing a shell at him. Got him. Oh, I just noticed that appears on the map, so you can tell when it's about to go down. But
he's putting in a mat level performance.
He is. Can you dodge? Last lap. Last lap. You just gotta hold on to it. Don't run into these, whatever they are.
Whatever those were, yeah.
Right. Are those?
I know it's PlayStation and not Nintendo, but whatever those were looked very Crash Bandicoot.
They did look very Crash Bandicooty. They did. Wrong.
Any chance of Nintendo implementing the off side of the track squirt gun implementation just was thrown out the window by me mentioning Crash Bandicoot.
No. They said, why would you talk about a PlayStation IP while watching one of our games?
Yeah. Why would you?
You're out.
Doesn't make sense.
You're out. Sorry, we could have been great together.
Oh, it's awesome.
I really am thinking.
That was really appropriate. Link waving by.
Aw.
He's like, we're wrapping things up. We got about 10 minutes to go.
Bye,
We got Link on
Link.
camera waving by, wrapping up this edition of the Fiesta Cup. I love that we call it the Fiesta Cup. It's just fun. It's just a good time.
Let's party.
Toretto got the crown on.
Won that last race. All right, Toretto. Here we go.
We got a couple folks hanging out, still running. We're gonna hang on until they stop running, and then we'll wrap things up. But it is winding down. As it's winding down, again, we're going to remind everyone to go check out Equity Prime Mortgage. They are a proud sponsor of everything we do here at the E-Racing Association. We really appreciate them being a part of this. If you need anything mortgage-wise, if you have any questions, or just you're looking to get yourself into the house of your dreams, please go check them out at Equity Prime Mortgage. That is EPM.net. You can get all of your mortgage questions answered by them, and they do one heck of a job with that. Also, going to remind everyone to go check out A Kid Again. A Kid Again is an amazing organization that actually just changes children's and families' lives that are going through life-altering events. You can find them at akidagain.org. Go check them out, and if you are so inclined to give to them and help them on their mission, please be generous. We greatly appreciate you helping them out and them being involved in what we do here with Mario. Also going to say, go check out the ePlex. Definitely got to check them in. They do amazing things in the esports realm, as well as they do some team building events, all kinds of different stuff going on with ePlex. You can check them out at theeplex.com. If you would like to send them an email, you can send them an email and inquire about events at play@theeplex.com. And you can also find them on Facebook at ePlex USA, so EPLEX USA, and we definitely want to grow what we're doing with the ePlex over the next handful of months and get this to a point where our tournaments are virtual, and you can race from home, or you could actually race in person at an ePlex. Definitely
Love
figure
it.
out how to make that a reality. And so
Sushi and Jedi have been going at it for the last lap or so.
Nice.
Big, intense battle. I think Sushi is finally lost. Oh, and that's a fully lost Jedi. There's Jedi right ahead of him right there. And Sushi with a shell that they could probably try to deploy.
Run him down just a little bit. Run him just a little. Oh, got him.
Got the overtake.
Got him, and then that was an over-under. That was a serious slide job.
Nice. You know what? EPM, you mentioned dream homes. Speaking of dream homes, you can build your dream home, right? And sure, money's no object, but I'm not talking about you building this crazy mansion thing. But you're comfortable enough to build a house you actually want. What rooms do you absolutely have to have in it?
Well, we have 2 offices, and the one room we're missing is a garage. And
Is a what?
a garage.
You don't have a garage?
Enclosed. No, we don't have a garage. Crazy.
You're a racer.
I have a shop, but the shop
fair.
is 15 minutes from my house.
Right.
But I really want a garage. Bad.
Garages are nice.
We were on our way to actually saving for a garage last Sunday, so that's putting a dent in that budget. But we're not going to go there because it's very sad.
Right. I'm going to keep it happy. All right,
Yeah,
so a garage.
Keep it happy.
Any other
about you?
necessary rooms?
Yeah. I mean, What about you? I mean, the second office is basically the gaming studio.
Well, that's a given. I have to have a gaming room / studio for sure. Definitely need a garage space I'd like a space to store and work on at least 2 cars at a time. Because sometimes you get a garage where it's enough to store your 2 cars, but you certainly can't work on one. I need one big enough to I can move around and maneuver and stuff like that, right? Especially since I don't know what I'm doing when I work on cars. I need space to breathe and think.
Sure.
Gaming room, already mentioned. The obvious, bathrooms. You need a bathroom, you need a kitchen. I need a nice kitchen. I would love an indoor basketball court.
Okay, so now you're getting into.
Yeah, that's wants. Never mind. I said
you're
need.
getting
The rooms I need. Okay, rooms I need for real.
What about
gaming
a half
room?
court? Could you deal with if it was just half court?
Yeah, sure. But I mean, like, it just feels poor, but sure. Half court, I guess. Rooms I need. Gaming room, the garage space, like I said, and a gym. I really want to be able to get in a full workout at home without having to go to a gym.
And you don't want one of those chin-up bars that you just attach to a door frame, so eventually you're going to end up falling and shattering your butt.
Right. No, definitely don't want one of those. I'm very good on those. They never seem to work out well. I want an actual room dedicated that has, space for a couple of benches, my elliptical, because there won't be a treadmill. No need for that. I got bad knees. We are not running. Unless there's a ball to chase. But yeah, a little gym would be cool.
I'm not running unless there's like a polar bear behind me. That's what's gonna get me running.
Dude, I hate running. The
problem is I'm no matter what, I'm gonna be the slowest person in that. I'm done. Like, it's literally, if you have to run to save your life, and there are other people that are running to save theirs, I'm gonna be.
Just don't have to worry about it as long as Yoda's behind me. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm just broken. Are we gonna watch Jedi win to round this thing out?
Finally a win, but I mean that's race number
14.
Right.
I think that's race 14 out of 8 for Jedi.
Well, did it give him points?
It's gonna register points, but if he's already done his 8 races, it's not gonna log. It's gonna add.
Got it. Oh, I just noticed. So the older tracks have the name of the system they came from. I just saw DS, saw N64 on some. I'd never noticed that before.
Yep, the amount of tracks now is like it's in the 80s. It's nuts.
Teach the kids the history.
In a great way.
Teach the children the history. This one came from Nintendo 64, my boy.
Gather round. Talk about the year 1992.
Back then, there was only one joystick on the controller, and it was shaped like a trident. Nobody knew why. It was awkward.
All of you with your 1080p and 4K. Back then, we had 420.
Right? On a CRT.
Our TVs weighed 900 pounds.
And that's a 20-inch.
And the maximum screen size was 32 inches. You go over to a friend's house and they had a 32-inch TV with a Nintendo, and you're like, I'm never leaving.
They've made it. They have made it. They had like a floor-standing big screen. Legitimately heaven. Because back then, I don't know. I wasn't buying electronics in the late 90s, early 2000s. I was, a child, basically. But I feel like, could you even get cheap big screens back then? Like today, you can get a cheap 4K TV, right? There's going to be a Vizio or something at Walmart on sale for $3.99. And it's going to be like a 40 to 50 inch at that.
Yeah.
But I feel like when I was a kid, there was not a cheap 50-inch floor stander.
Yeah, I don't remember when it was, but I don't remember the year. I don't remember how old I was, but I vividly remember being in Sears with my father, and my father losing his mind over the television hooked up to a 27-inch TV. I remember the 27-inch TV being like $600 or more.
Yeesh.
And this has got to be like early 80s.
So this is $600 in 80s money, first of all.
Yeah, and the television was like $300 or $400. It was crazy. But I remember my father going to the cashier and asking to borrow the phone to call my mom to basically say, I'm about to buy a $600 TV and a $400 gaming system, because in television baseball, had the players at the end of every inning would run on and off the diamond, and it had this little like it would say things like wow, it had voice, and my father turned into his 5-year-old self and was like, we're going home with that, and it yeah, it was the coolest thing ever. But yeah, I mean, you're looking back on like this is literally like a 27-inch CRT for like $600 or $700,
Crazy.
and now you can buy a straight up 4K. It's just awesome TV for $300.
Smart TV at that, right? For the same
smart
money.
TV, 47, 50-inch, craziness. Yep. We're done. We are done. Yep,
Everyone's
we're done.
gone?
We're 2 minutes.
Oh,
from done.
2 minutes.
We're
yeah.
basically done. I just want to just say thank you so much for being here today, Tati. I had a blast. I hope you had a blast.
We did. We had a great time. We did. Thank you so much for having me again. Like I said, I kept telling people I get to commentate on Mario Kart today, and they're like, "What?" I'm like, "It's fun. You wouldn't understand."
It's fun. Just watch it. Seriously, it's a good time.
Watch it. Yeah.
There are worse things to be doing on a Saturday, especially if you
gonna be
live
in my
down here down south with Tati and I. We live on the surface of the sun, so we want some AC in our lives, and this is a good way to wake up on a Saturday.
Right.
So, thank
the
you so much
weirdo in me was like, maybe I'll go to the BMX track. I'm like, why would you do that?
Do you ride?
Sun and exercise. Poorly.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
Poorly, yes, but eventually I'll race. Maybe.
I grew up racing BMX. Don't get hung in the gate.
Oh, did
it's
you?
A horrible thing. Don't get hung in the gate.
That's my fear. That's like my biggest fear. Like the gate won't drop, and I'm gonna be like all in.
don't get hung. It's bad. Yeah.
Luckily, I'm not launching with any real power, so even if I do get hung, it's not like I'm gonna fly.
It's feet over shoulders, and then if it's an elevated start, it's a good fall. It's a good way to break a collarbone. If you've ever wanted to break a collarbone, that's a great way to do it.
Ride BMX.
So we are right at the end. It is 2:00 here in Central Time Zone, which means the adult event, the open event, has wrapped. We had the junior events. Was the first hour of the broadcast. I want to just say thank you for everyone who showed up and raced today. Everyone who showed up and watched today. There were some folks watching us, and we appreciate all of y'all jumping on. Hope y'all had a good time. I'm just going to go ahead and say this right now. I know Tati and I'm so hopefully that comes across and you'll join in and it puts a smile on your face. That's what we're here for.
That's all I want.
Give a big shout out again. We'll wrap it up with Equity Prime Mortgage. They sponsor everything we do here at the E-Racing Association. We love them so much. They are deeply involved in esports, and they also want to help you get into the house of your dreams. You can find them at EPM.net. Go check them out if you need a mortgage or you have questions about your mortgage. You can also go over to A Kid Again. We love being involved with this group. They do amazing things for children and their families who are going through life-altering events. And by life-altering, we don't mean in a good way most of the time with these families and these children. And A Kid Again actually allows the whole family unit to come together outside of whatever it is that they're going through and do some very, very awesome things. And if you'd like to give to A Kid Again or just find out more about them, you can find them at akidagain.org. Check them out there. You can also go check out Eplex if you're in the Birmingham area, or if you are in Pearl, Mississippi. You can check out the Eplex live and in person at theeplex.com. We're going to be getting deeper involved with those folks. And also, after this event wraps, we're going to go in and check out the final results, and we will get those final results posted on the E-Racing Association Facebook page as quickly as we can after the event wraps. If you would like to race with us, you can find us at eragaming.gg. We do Mario Cup events, we do Gran Turismo events, which Tati and I commentate on as well, and we do iRacing events. We'd love to have you involved. The Mario Kart and the GT Sport events right now. We want to switch to GT7. Might switch to GT7 for the next.
It's getting there.
It's at the end of August.
It's making its way.
Starting. Yeah, it's finally finding its way. So we may switch. I'm not sure what we're going to do there yet. So stay tuned on that one. But you can find out everything that we're doing either on our Facebook page, or you can follow or find us at eragaming.gg in the web and get signed up. Mario and GT Sport require you to sign up, but do not require you to join monetarily. The iRacing events, which have a $5,000 prize pool, they do require you to be a paying member to join in the iRacing events. And those things, all of our events actually, what you saw here today, awesome competition. So
Good competition.
come out,
Yep.
put a car on track with us, and have some fun. Any final thoughts, Tati? I'm going to turn it over to you.
Let's eat some sushi.
Yeah, absolutely. It's sushi. That was wrong of you. Now you have both of us wanting to go get some sushi. Yeah, I think it's time to do that.
I think
it's
it
time
is.
to do that. All right. For all of us here at the E-Racing Association, for Ryan, who is behind the scenes, basically pushing all the buttons to make all this stuff look good and go along smoothly. Ryan is the super producer extraordinaire. Thank you so much, Ryan, for doing what you do.
Thanks, Ryan.
For Tatiana and myself and everyone else at the E-Racing Association, we hope you have a great rest of the day. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to tell your friends. And I think I'm obligated to say, like, subscribe, hit the bell, share,
All that. Yeah.
tell the world. Yeah, all that good stuff. Y'all be good. We'll talk to you soon. End of August, Alpha Cup.
My name is Briston Harris. I am 12 years old and I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
When he was like one, they diagnosed him with ASD, which is atrial septal defect, which means in short terms, hole in your heart.
At first, very apprehensive, not knowing what to expect, and then being there and realizing that, you know, this is a place of support for my little brother, and showing him that, you know, times will get better.
Life is so busy, and everybody's usually here and there. At least with one of the Kid Again events, we do it all together.
We all have like really busy, hectic schedules, and it kind of requires all of us to come together in a time that's not of crisis, not of something bad. It has us come together for something beautiful.
Just being with the faculty and, well, the staff of a Kid Again and meeting the people just makes you feel like you belong with something, and they're very loving and they care for like everyone that's in the program, and it makes you feel good.